Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn to measure an angle. We have learned earlier that the unit of measurement of an angle is degrees. One full rotation is divided into 360 equal parts. And each part is called 1 degree. And we show that we write the number 1 and we show a small 0 on top of it as if it's a power, and that's the symbol of degrees. If we see that this one full rotation is 360, then if I have a semicircle, that would be 180. We know that this is a straight line and it's a 180 degree. So we have an equipment called protractor, which has markings along its circumference, each measuring 1 degree. And that equipment is used to measure the angle. We'll first look at how protractor looks, and then we'll talk on how do we use protractor to measure an angle. This is a protractor. And if you see along its circumference, we have markings from 0 up to 180 degree. And the smaller markings are each 1 degree. So from 0 to 10, we have 10 markings indicating 1 degree each. We have marking outside as well as we have marking inside. The reason for that is we should be able to measure angle which has any orientation, and that's why we have 2 markings. We'll learn how to use these markings and which markings have to be used for measuring the angle. Let's first take one angle. Now we have this angle and we want to measure the angle. We use the protractor to measure the angle. For that, we need to take one of the rays as the reference ray. In this case, I'm going to take this horizontal ray as a reference ray. Once we decide the reference ray, now this straight line of the protractor, 0 line of the protractor we call it, should be aligned with the reference ray, and the center of the protractor should be aligned with the vertex of the angle. So let's do that. So I'm aligning the center with the vertex and I'm aligning the 0 line with the ray. So now the vertex is aligned with the center, the ray is aligned with the 0 line of the protractor. Now which scale to be used? If we see here, we see a 0 here as well as a 0 inside here. We have to use 0 where this reference ray is aligned. So if you see, the reference ray is aligned with this 0. This 0 is away from the reference ray. So we will use the inner scale now, because the inner scale is aligned with the reference ray. And from the reference ray we have to measure. So if you see here, this ray is between 105 and 110, and that means it is pointing at 107, and therefore our angle is 107 degrees. Let's take one more example. Let's measure this angle now. For that, again, we will be aligning the center with the vertex, and the 0 line we have to align with the reference ray. This time, let's take this as the reference ray. So I'm going to turn this so that it aligns with my zero line. It is still not properly aligned, so let me align it. Yes, so it is aligned with the reference ray, 0 aligned with the vertex, and now we can measure our angle. Now which scale to take? Again, Let's see now. If we see here, we have scale, outer scale, we have inner scale, but the reference ray is pointing towards this 0, outer scale 0. So we'll be using the outer scale now, wherever the reference ray points. And so we'll move from here, and we see that we are at 65 degrees. And hence, our angle in this case is 65 degrees. Now let me measure the same angle but using the other ray as reference ray. So this time I'm going to use this ray as a reference ray. So let me rotate this and align with this, center with the vertex, and zero line with the ray. Okay, and let me align it properly. Okay, so now if you see here, this 0 is aligned with the ray, so we'll take inner scale and we see 60 and 17 between 65. So from both the sides the angle is same. Care has to be taken that we should take the scale whose 0 is aligned with the reference ray. So if I take this outer scale now, my reading would be 115, and that is wrong. So I have to take the inner scale because the reference ray is aligned with the 0 of the inner scale here. If you take that care, then your reading will be good. So let's talk about the things which we need to do. First, step 1, align the 0 line of protractor with the reference ray. This is the 0 line, we align with the reference ray. Step 2, center of the protractor is aligned with the vertex of the angle. And step 3, choose the right scale. And how do we decide right scale? The 0 which is aligned with the reference ray, that scale we will use. So in this case, the blue 0 is aligned with the reference scale, so we are going to take the blue scale. I am sure you have liked the video. Hit the like button and leave your views in the comment section below. Do watch our other videos on this topic. Subscribe our channel and click the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload new videos. You may also download the YouTube app at the link provided in the video description. Till we meet again, goodbye.